Things are about to get really spicy. And Adam,
Yep.
you're next.
So my next one, I have the Magic, and this is one thing I have said about the Magic for probably decades. They need to learn how to draft good guards. They have drafted all-star big men everywhere, and it looks like Pablo. It looks like Paulo is about to become a all-star himself eventually.
Yeah,
I mean,
So-
didn't
the
they?
way he's playing, yeah.
So that's my pick for them. Is I think they need I don't know if it's a scouting department or what it is, but they need somebody to find them some guards, and they need to start drafting some better guards.
Cole Anthony is not a bad player.
He's not a bad player, but he's not the guard that's going to revolutionize your team.
Right, and I don't.
You don't necessarily need that.
You don't
though.
need that though, do you? Because like, if you've got a, okay, for example, let's look at the Boston Celtics. Who is the best player in their starting lineup?
Jason Tatum.
Jason Tatum. Second best player.
Brown.
Third best player.
Brogdon.
Probably Robert Williams.
I'd say Williams.
Well, he's injured right now. That's why I'm not.
So, the point I'm making is, as you go down the list, like, you're gonna get to players in that starting lineup that are not. Everyone needs a Mario Chalmers, is what I'm saying.
Yeah, and it's fine to be the Mario Chalmers, but when you you got to look at their roster and realize they don't have guards that are capable of getting their bigs the ball where they need it. And Mario Chalmers, while he was just there to score, he could pass and get the ball where it needed to be. And Cole Anthony is just too much of a scorer.
I think the Magic are in this weird spot where they have a lot of really young pieces that, like, they could be super deep if some of those pieces developed properly. Like, super, super deep. I don't necessarily think that, like, drafting guards is the thing they need to, like, do. I just think that they need to, continue the process, let the players develop, and obviously they're going to have more high picks. Just keep drafting, and I think they'll get there. I think they have a chance to build something that's similar to what Boston has built with the right development and the right drafting in the future.
See, and the thing is with
I just don't think they're there yet.
No, maybe a different type of guard, because looking at their roster just at a glance, they've got Markelle Fultz. He's 24 years old.
Mm-hmm.
They've got Cole Anthony, who's 21. They've got Jalen Suggs, who's 21.
Markelle, who's averaging 10 points a game. Jalen Suggs is your leading scorer for guards.
Right, but Markelle's averaging 10 points a game, 5 assists, and he's only playing 25 minutes. I just don't know if necessarily that would be my big focus. Just because we have these players that are so young and are already so talented. Because if you have a guard averaging 14, 5, and 5 as a 21-year-old, which is Cole Anthony, I don't know if drafting is my focus. I think my focus is just development at this point, because you only have so many roster spots.
Well, development is going to be the key point for everybody, whether you're got a new team or whether you're an old team. You still want to develop and be better. So that's why I didn't really consider the development, because I figured that would be something that just every team would do.
Honestly, if I was... It goes back to the... We need to not say Victor, but we need to say Victor here, because with how young that team is, 1 through 4, including in their bench roles, because I think it's the youngest team in the NBA. If not, it's pretty close to it. It's probably between them and the Houston Rockets. But with how young that team is, they need a 5. And there's a really, really good 5 in this draft.
See, but they have 3 centers on the roster that play and get significant minutes.
So it's actually Oklahoma City, and it's 21.14 years. Or 23.14.
wow.
23 years old is their
But
average player.
do they have? Because I know like Bol is super tall, but he's more comfortable at the 4.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
Mo
And I think they
Bamba,
should keep him.
Mo Bamba is a quality player. He's not. He's not someone I think you build around. I think he'd be a good backup, and then Paulo is more comfortable at the 4.
And you're forgetting Mo Wagner, who is getting currently their starting center.
Ooh. Hold on.
So, remember
he's not doing amazing.
earlier-
He's averaging like 10 points a game.
So remember earlier, I think it was last episode, or maybe it was the first, where I said if the Oklahoma City Thunder used all their draft picks and for selections, they did it wrong?
Yeah.
This is why.
Right, because
This is what happened.
there's too much and you're not letting the young players develop. Because they have 3 really talented young point guards. They have a like smorgasbord of bigs, and they don't have any threes, honestly, that are worth anything. I think that
Franz Wagner's their best.
well, I mean, and Franz is very, very good, don't get me wrong. Like, he is Eurobasket was a joy to watch because of Franz, but they don't have any depth at that position, and
They don't have no depth. I mean, he's still averaging 20 points a game for him, but like you said last week, though, you have to have somebody to score.
He definitely is, though. He is that guy because we saw in Eurobasket and we saw and during the season, I know like Chicago Bulls fans are probably kicking themselves because I think that was their pick, but at the same time, like there's no telling the Bulls would pick him at that same spot. But I don't know. If I was them, I would want a true center over another guard, just because even if you want to draft a better guard, you have 3 young guards already. You're oversaturating the position, and any chance of one of them developing is going down the more you draft or trade for young guards, because someone's losing minutes. And with how much potential we've seen from flashes of Cole Anthony and flashes of Jalen Suggs, and even flashes from Markelle Fultz now that his shoulder's not clicking every time he shoots, I would be more want to give them more playing time to develop and go for a true, I say true, but go for a center. Get a center on this team or a depth 3.
If you get a center, and let's just say it's not Victor, because obviously we've already established that, you need a paint protector. And you need a paint protector rebounder, so that way you don't have to have Banchero in the paint all the time.
I don't know if I kind of want Banchero in the paint all the time.
No, he's much better. I think he would be much better coming over on the help side. For the help defense. That's what I think him coming over top would be a lot better. But that's just me. But that's all I've got to say about the